Okay, so we're all done except for two major features. We need the four axle holes, two on each side, and then we also, if you notice, there's a note on the isometric view of the back that says round all edges 0.1 inch. Okay, so we're going to dismiss that because I don't care if my computer is slow. The axle holes are the only holes you're actually going to use the hole feature for. Okay. And the reason for this is it's complex, but somebody with a lot more experience than me has told me that simple extrusions are a lot easier for Inventor to keep track of, so you should only use the hole feature if you got like threads and countersinks, counterbores, those kinds of things. Now the way this works is, and I see a lot of students have problems with this, when this dialog box pops up, or in future versions the marking menu or what have you, you'll notice I can pick any plane, right? Well, because Inventor is asking me which plane do you want to drill the hole in, or which face. So you can click anywhere and it's going to start to create a hole in that spot. That's not where I want that hole. Now most students will try and click and drag that around, but the easiest way to define the location of the hole is to select, notice how reference 1 is highlighted here? It's going to ask me for an edge and allow me to type in a distance from that edge. So if I just click an edge there, now then notice that red dashed highlight. I can see from the dimension isometric drawing that I want that hole to be 1 inch from that back edge of the train. Then notice it automatically selects the reference 2 cursor. I just click the bottom edge, and now it lets me select the height of the center of that hole from the bottom, which is 0.5 inches. Okay. Now the only thing I have to do now is make sure I select the proper features, because if you notice on the dimension drawing it says it's a 1/4 20 threaded hole. So the size is 1/4 inch right here, that's fine. Class 2B, that's basically the quality of threads, that's fine. 1/4 20 UNC, right hand thread, and then the depth, notice the depth is 0.875. Okay, so I need to make sure that that is 0.875. It doesn't say anything about how far the threads should go, so when in doubt always make the threads go the full length of the hole, because you wouldn't want a hole to be threaded halfway down and somebody tries to put a screw in there, because you could damage it. So unless it says to keep the threads a separate distance, always put the threads the same distance as the depth of the hole. Okay, so now we click apply or OK. There's our first hole. Now you can only create one hole per hole feature, so you have to do that same thing each time. Okay, my second hole is going to go over here somewhere. I use the reference again from the back edge. It wants to be 4.5 inches from the bottom edge. Click reference 2, 0.5. It should remember all the same dimensions and designations from your last hole. Click OK, assuming I did that right. Looks a little funky. I might have typed the height wrong, but that's okay. Then we do the same thing on this side. 2 more holes. Whoops. 3D model hole. Pick the face, put the hole anywhere, select the edge, 1.0, second edge, 0.5, depth 0.875, 1/4 20 threads, apply, OK. Now, last hole here, reference 1, which is 4.5, reference 2, 0.5, depth 0.875, OK, and there's all your holes for the axles. Now, only one feature left to add. I'm going to show that to you in the last video.